Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Critics Collective proudly presents. It's just us. It's just us. We got the not so super fan Manny. I'm the Dad Panther, Variety Streamer, Content Creator, Master of None, and we are here with another episode of the 1, 2, 3 count. And we have a few, a few conversations, just a few, a couple of haters. And we'll talk about some topics that grabbed our attention right now in wrestling. Now, sometimes I'm not gonna lie, it's more one side to WWE, but if you have other comments, whether TNA, Ring of Honor, All Elite Wrestling, whatever it is, let us know in the comments. Hit the subscribe button, like, follow, and comment for more out here at the Critics Collective. Now, the three topics that we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about John Cena's last Raw date and remind you his last wrestling match, and where that's going to be at the end of the year. We'll also talk about Chelsea Green, and we're going to talk about the WWE. Is the payoff where it needs to be, as now we know why we got those little small shorts of feet walking and glasses being poured. We now know what's up with that. So we'll talk about all those things. So let's start off ladies first. We're going to talk about Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green. What's going on with Chelsea, Manny?
So, from my understanding, her contract has been renewed, extended, and I'm very happy about that because one thing about Chelsea, and I'll put her on the top 10 women wrestlers right now, is that she's willing to put in the work, not only like to be out there, but also to put somebody over. She's like all if you've watched every time she's wrestled, she's willing to play the jobber, she's willing to do the silly role, get thrown into trash can, play the dramatic, and it worked for her character, especially that new character where she has a special secret service agent protecting her and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It worked. It completely works. And I think when she had that United States Championship belt, it was well deserved, and I think she elevated the women United States Championship belt. But as far as like somebody who's putting in work every day, and she's a even though you guys see her, she's always getting like thrown around being silly. She's a phenomenal wrestler. She's had some crazy underground matches. I believe even with Penta, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like some crazy matches against
Yeah,
Penta.
especially in the indie scene before before we know her as
Yeah,
Chelsea.
if you guys wanna look her up, man. Like she's like taking hits like crazy. So she's a phenomenal wrestler, which shows how much work she's putting in, how much she's holding back just to put somebody over or to make somebody look good while they wrestle. Other than I would say Becky Lynch, who does that, Chelsea Green, I would say, is in another level when it comes to that. And I remember she had an interview where she talked about how she put in work, to be where she is now, and she is well deserved. And I think she should be back and contending for at least a belt, like Intercontinental or even the WWE Championship belt. Because
Yeah,
she's well,
get her back with some gold around her
yeah.
waist.
Because
The gimmick
I
that she
believe
has.
how she portrays, she walks, like just her whole character, man. I think she would do great. So I
Yeah,
think it's
like
well
I said
deserved.
before, I think she's a good worker. She's been entertaining her gimmick, and that's one of the biggest things. Like, you can be really good in the ring and really bad at the mic, or really good at the mic and bad at the ring. It's hard to have that blend of both and have the company behind you. And I think, to me, it reminds me of Damon Priest a bit, where it's a person who maybe the WWE didn't know what they had, and you have someone who can bring over new talent, work with pros that were already been here before, and still be able to do what you need to do. More importantly, when she's not in the ring, she carries herself like the queen that she is. Like, just certain things on Twitter that will happen, and she'll go in and speak up to it. She doesn't hide behind it. She'll own it. And the relationship between her and her husband, Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder, is also entertaining. Again, they did the indie scene for a while. They both were WWE alumni. But there's funny times where, like, she'll post something on Twitter or something, and it's revealing. She knows she's beautiful, and Matt will chime in and say, "Man, I'll hit that. I'll fuck that," and then she'll be like, "Yeah, you would," and they are. I mean, that's just what it is. So there's something interesting there. And what is also interesting is we're going to talk about John Cena. Yeah, that's him, John Cena. We got him up. Wait. Oh, that's on me. My bad. This John Cena. Sorry about that. This John Cena. So it has been officially reported that it looks like this November will be John Cena's last WWE Raw. So they have that pinned out. I think it's November 17th is his last Raw. And then it looks like in December 13th on Peacock as of right now, December 13th will be his last event period, his last match. So with some of these key dates kind of winding down for John Cena's retirement, his last hurrah, do you think there's anything missing in this? Are we missing something? Is the WWE fumbling some stuff, or is it
I,
hitting the way it needs to?
the one thing, the whole heel turn kind of pivot a little, but the only other thing is I think that's ruined this. Like, I don't know. I believe some fans are still gonna go. It's just these ticket prices,
What?
they're ridiculous. I've read in the New York Post where they have the prices listed as like for like the 400 level, you got $344, including fees. So they're showing the prices and they're putting including fees at the bottom. 200 level, $544. 100 level,
Mhm.
$478. And you have the suite level, $666.
Mm.
And the floor level, $1,100 and
Yeah,
15.
you got to take out the mortgage. Damn.
Yeah. So, but I looked over and I did some more looking around, and you also have Google saying like the prices go from 250 to 11,500. Standard seating
Damn.
like like TV side for 11,500, the ramp side 9,500, ramp side row E 6,500. Then you
Mm.
have the suite by the seat 3,000 and gold package.
Listen,
I
if
don't know what
I'm
that is.
paying that much, I need to meet some celebrities, take some pictures. I need to invite them on the show for the one, two, three
I
count.
don't think that's enough.
I should be in WWE 2K17 or 27. Give me a year or two to get the physique up, but
I don't think just seeing them shaking
dang.
hands. I need at least a belt from uh from Raw, SmackDown for each champion, the women's championship, the men's championship. I need a belt from
Nah, I wouldn't go that far because I feel like if you're gonna pay $6,000 for the seat, you can buy the belt, and there's no shade to the championship belt, or whatever goal that you want to carry. I
nah.
think the
It's
intangible to me is
11,000, right?
yeah, okay, but let's say it's eleven
That's a
thousand.
car.
Yeah, I get it, but you can't put a price on memory. You can't put a price on seeing your hero, seeing the person
Fuck.
you grew up. And I'm just listen. I don't. Would I pay it? No, not necessarily. But I completely understand whether it's a kid, a grown ass woman, whoever in between. I can see them sitting there saying their connection to this. Like there's a documentary that I believe is on Peacock and it might be on WWE Vault. It's called The Superfan, and it talks about this guy
Super
who's
fan.
been around. I mean, you got competition. I don't know if you super like this guy. This guy has been around. Maybe we'll come back and we'll review it. This guy was a fan since like the Hulk Hogan back in the day. Madison Square Garden was an everyday thing. And he would go in the back and they knew who he was, like Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, all of them. They knew his name. Jeff Jarrett, like everybody knew who this guy was. And to my knowledge, he's the first and only person who's been in the Hall of Fame as the super fan. And so now they're going to start awarding fans who we now know for viral moments or being in the stands. This guy was in the stands and he talked about how ticket prices was like $25. So it's just an interesting thing. But I feel like someone's experience, you can't put a price tag on any seat in any arena for any sport at all.
Well, WWE definitely did, and it's imagine if
Imagine.
if they had like a moment where like a Willy Wonka moment, golden ticket, and somebody win those two of those tickets.
I don't know why people
And
don't do stuff like that. Like, you don't have to worry about like
now you trying to make it
AI
home.
algorithm. Just do a little partnership with, I don't know, some other company. I'm not gonna say anything because we're not sponsored, but you can check some of the ads and links and stuff that we have in the description. But yeah, something like, you buy something in the WWE shop and you might open it and you got a golden ticket, and that golden ticket is gonna allow you to go to one pay-per-view of your choosing, and you just got to pay for travel, and you get a nice little meet and greet or something. I don't know, but the value's got to count. And what we're finding out as far as the value, it's also the production. You got to pay for everything at the end of the day needs to hit. It's got to find its mark. It's got to be impactful. And what's more impactful recently is the WWE has been doing these little small movies that they're doing,
We all
right?
got played.
And I no, y'all got played. Mr. Showtime don't get played. Mr. Showtime does the playing. You understand that? That's what Mr. Showtime does. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, look at these shoes. Who wears a size 7? Ooh, look at this shoe. This is a wingtip. Wingtip up your ass. All right. That's what Mr. Showtime does with a wingtip. So WWE came out with these little shorts that showcase people walking in these black shoes, and people are like, oh, that's Edge. That's Edge. Even though he's under contract with All Elite Wrestling, that's Edge. He's gonna be John Cena's last match. That's Gunther. That's Gunther's wide ass feet. And it wasn't wide feet, but that's Gunther. Someone else said that's Edge. No, not Edge. Chris Jericho. They were just popping out names. Some people were talking about people who are coming from NXT up to go for John Cena. They're like, no, this Ricky. It's Ricky. This pretty Ricky, what they call him. And so it's just so interesting because now it's been revealed. Now it's been revealed that all this was the advertising for WrestleMania Vegas. That's all it was. That's all it was. Nothing crazy. They sat there and said, hey, look, we're going to get you. We're going to get you guys. Blow this up a little bit. But the 4 glasses that we saw with a little bit of ice, I prefer my whiskey or bourbon, no ice, just a few drops of water, let it breathe a little bit and just enjoy that. But to each his own. But they brought the 4 glasses up there, and now we know what it goes to. It's just a promo for WrestleMania Vegas. I'm not duped. I see a lot of people going to wake up this morning, they're going to be duped. How do you feel about this, Manny? And does this mean something else for the WWE Vegas? Again, skipping over St. Louis once again.
First, I don't think it was necessary with all that teaser. They should just do a whole trailer with these guys, to promote WrestleMania Vegas with the whole casino aspect of it. Or even I like, all right, when I went to the AEW match, and which was at the Hard Rock Casino, they did one segment where damn, their names are escaping me now. The tag team.
I'm not gonna remember.
Nah, I'm not gonna remember.
You said like I'm gonna be your lifeline.
So it was like the twins. What was it?
Some more Renegades?
Not the Renegades. Is it the Renegades?
I don't think so.
Nah. So it's like they're in a casino and they're talking, and one of them has a bag of money for.
Oh, you're talking about the Young Bucks.
The Young Bucks, yeah. I'm tripping. So one of the Young Bucks, he has a bag of money, and he's like,
They broke boys.
Yeah. So he goes in there and loses all the money, and now they got to figure things out. And they go out.
They're
and they
still figuring shit out. They just did a match where somebody handed them $100, and they still catching L's.
And when they go out, they don't have no theme song, and it's just one little flick of fire. Like they don't have no nothing. So that type of stuff, WWE could have been doing, and they didn't have to use all the. They could have did like quick segment after segment with each wrestler. Yeah, like we talk about Chelsea Green, R-Truth.
Betting on me.
Yeah, like
R-Truth to that saying, draw 4. And then the dealer is like, what are you talking about? Draw full. Draw full. It's like, yo, Ron, this isn't Uno, man. This is 21. Oh, my bad. My bad.
Like I remember back then when WWE used to have these great commercials for their WWE event. Like remember when Stone Cold did like the that one trailer, it was like a gladiator, you know?
Yeah. People still talk about that. They're saying bring back certain elements. So let's talk about why, at least in my opinion, why these elements aren't here anymore. When it comes to them saying, hey, let's get the SmackDown fists. We want that. We want the Tigatron. We want all this. That stuff costs more money to carry that from city to city versus the generic boards that we see that you can put anywhere. So now you only have to be elaborate at a big pay-per-view. The other thing people talk about is the advertising, like you're saying now, like, hey, why don't we have these elaborate commercials? Because it doesn't show that the elaborate commercials are going to bring people to the seats. It's cool to see, it's nostalgic, but for the people who are watching it now, the younger ones, they're not asking for this. We only ask for it because we've seen it. It's not going to change who's going to go to the seat. Advertising has completely changed now. Before, you had to do that. Remember, you literally had during wrestling where Shawn Michaels or Vince McMahon or whoever would be like, call this number 1-800 da 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 to buy this VCR tape and these t-shirts. They needed that shit. So SmackDown versus Raw, Here Comes the Pain, those video game ads were wild. But if you look at 2K, they just did an ad like that. The last 2 years, they had ads where fans or somebody they're fighting in the back, waiting for a copy of the game. No one gave an F. It didn't hit the same. So it's just like, I don't understand asking for the old school movie / stuff when I just feel like we don't pay attention to it enough ourselves now. It's not moving the needle.
No, but I think they should put more effort into doing this trailer. But you never know. Maybe there'll be more coming out as far as like the promotion for WrestleMania Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Like even the WrestleMania before that, I think there was one trailer. It was Cena, Seth, Cody, not Cena. I'm saying Cody, The Rock, Seth, and
Mm-hmm.
Roman. So, and they had more trailers after that. So I believe there's going to be more and
Yeah,
more.
plenty of time. Plenty of time, and it's their biggest event. So I think we're gonna get more posters, more trailers, more who's gonna be there type of thing. I think it's telling because you have Paul Heyman in the back who's dealt with 3 of the men of the 4. You got Cody with the conversation of face and heel. Again, this is so premature. This is just to sell tickets. This doesn't dictate storyline, I don't think. You got Brock sitting at the table. So it's just interesting. They got to do it to go ahead and start selling
But
tickets.
I don't know, but it didn't get me hyped enough, to like what the. It was basically like, yo, you guys did all that teasing just to have that, just them sitting on a table. Even they could have at least have them have a conversation or something, throwing jab at each other while they're playing card or something like
Well,
that.
here's my thing. But why, Sway?
Huh?
WrestleMania is months away.
I know,
Months.
but
11, 12, 13. You're looking at over 6 months, I think, away.
they,
About
they,
6
they, they
months.
could have done something.
We can't even figure out what happened with Seth. What you call it? Roxy took a slap to the face, and the audience can't figure out if it's a work or not. Now I think she's working people, but people like she's concussed. She's concussed, and it's gonna change like you can't. I feel like it's too soon. The whole idea is let's sell tickets. We need to sell tickets. So let's do this. Let's get this going. Let's get the buzz, and let's swerve their ass. Let's go ahead and y'all believe that shit. I didn't believe that shit. I didn't sit there. I looked at it. I was like, oh, cool. Some of y'all was like, I was watching on social media. Some of you guys were piecing together fucking shoes, doing math on width and length and style and ankle width and shit. Like
Wearing
you were doing
socks or
true
not.
crimes. Yeah, you were doing true crimes. You guys were sitting there looking at shit like it was Marvel's universe. Like, what superhero is this? I'm like, no, you guys played yourself. Also, The Young Bucks aren't twins. That's what threw me. They're not twins.
I thought they were.
No, they're brothers. They're like 4 or 5 years different. So that's what threw me. I was like, twins? Twins? Am I missing something? But yeah, they're brothers. They're brothers. So I don't know. Like I said, I think it's so much time that they may have a storyline for these individuals that are on the pictures, or there might not be. Because remember, Roman said, I'm not coming back until Christmas. This is obviously after Christmas, but it gives him time to go ahead and jump in the storyline if Jay wins the championship belt and still has a blow-off match against Jimmy. If CM Punk wins the match and he's the champion, even though Jimmy and Jay still have their blow-off mission, he's the champion going into WrestleMania. So there's so many things that can happen. I think the whole conversation is, let's get buzz. I give you an example. If you would have posted that picture on Raw, you would have taken it for what it is, and that's it. You kept moving because they did it the way they did and swerved everybody. Majority people are talking about it. They're going to keep talking about it. And that's it. That's it. And now they're going to get advertising to go ahead and sell. And they're going to buy tickets. So like I said before, I just think it's just wrestling is just different. A fan of your favorite sport team is different. You don't see ads for your favorite sport team everywhere. You have to do something a lot of times to interact with something, and now you're going to get mail to your email, or you'll see something for your favorite sport team. So they just want to let people know, hey, go get these tickets if you can afford them. Are you going to WrestleMania?
No.
We might go to WrestleMania. We said before, we might get a chance to be sent to WrestleMania free 99, courtesy of the boss. We couldn't figure out what the rule is of what we said. It was either 100,000 likes or 100,000 views. I can't remember what the fuck it was. And with the pricing of what it is, I think it'd be the end of this channel. I think we'll go, but that'll be the last episode because we've used everything. We're like, we did it. We're here. Let's go talk about it. Let's do a review. Let's go do like we can't. We had to shut down the studios. It's not going to work. So I can't remember what the stipulation is, but if we happen to get 100,000 or, something ridiculous like that, we appreciate. Hit the subscribe button, like, follow, and comment for more. So it's been a loaded potato of a show on the 3 count, 1, 2, 3 count. It could have been anywhere in the world. Manny, you got anything else left to say?
No.
Nothing foolish?
Nothing foolish.
Okay, because sometimes you just be slipping in with some stuff. So I just want to let you, give you your moment. Give you a moment.
No, I'm not gonna say nothing.
All right. Well, you could have been anywhere in the world. Until next time, Daddy loves you.
Said I'ma get into it first. Until they put me in the dirt. Said I'ma get into it first. Said I'ma get into it.